Morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. What opens with a dog out Jackie session and what closes with a mimic and mock Jackie session? If you guessed Basketball Wives Season 6, Episode 10, you are correct. I'm Angela. The channel is Be Fabulous You. Thank you so much for clicking. And if you'd like to be sticking around for a recap review of Basketball Wives Season 6, Episode 10, I'm about to jump right into it now. But I kind of feel like I didn't feel comfortable. I just feel like everybody dogging Jackie out, but I feel like Jackie is doing her job. But you know, it's kind of like in theater, you have the fourth wall, like you're not supposed to see the audience. You're supposed to pretend that the audience isn't there, you know, like you're in a fantasy world. And that's how reality TV is. So we're supposed to pretend that Jackie's job is not to instigate and be foolish and be comic relief, and that she's just, and she might be a crazy lady, I don't know, but I'm sure that she is crazying it up for the TV. And if she is a crazy lady, the reason that they're hanging around her on camera is for money. Anyway, I just kind of felt like, I don't think I'm here for just dogging out, you know. And then there was one line where Malaysia said, you know, something about let's not be dogging out or jumping on a black woman, another black woman, or jumping on or dogging out any woman. And it was kind of like, it just got to be a bit much for me, especially when I'm like, we opened here, we closed here, like we about to recap it. But when I did my open and close, and I'm like, damn, what's really going on? What's good, y'all? I mean, huh? Is it just me? Who says that in their reviews? Is it just me, or is it just me? I don't know. So first we see Kristen and Sanaya and Ev at a restaurant, and I wasn't paying really close attention, but they seem to be dogging out Jackie. And Evelyn invites them to her no drama event, and I did get the impression that Sanaya was kind of like, no, Jackie is my friend, you know. So I don't know. And then we see Hazel, that's Tammy's niece, and Tammy, and they're meeting up at a bar, and Hazel thinks that Malaysia is bold to come at her auntie like that, and she thinks that Jackie is crazy to come at BJ like that. And then we see Tam Tam explaining again why she doesn't like Brandy. And personally, I've heard it. I think I probably had already heard it too many times, but I think now it's like beyond. I'm like, I don't want to. Okay, you don't. Okay, I've heard it too many times. I'm beyond tired of it. Jackie, she says, or they agree that Jackie is a roller coaster ride, and that Hazel says that she is way too grown to ride the ride. You know, when you go to an amusement park and they're like, you must be this tall to ride the ride. I guess you have to be this young to ride the ride of Jackie. I don't know. Okay. They say they both agree that BJ is very sweet. And I also didn't like this narrative of, because I feel like BJ was in there playing her role as well. So I also don't like this narrative of BJ is just this sweet woman who wants to save animals and wants to save the world, and Jackie is this wild, crazy black banshee who's trying to attack her. You know, I don't know. I don't necessarily, I don't think BJ is as sweet as, you know, they're trying to pretend that she is. Because, you know, or just as innocent, or, you know, oh, I'm just here to change the world. Then shut up talking about, you know, Jackie and Sanaya and all of that stuff. All I want to hear you talk about, if that's the role you're supposed to be playing, is puppy dogs, kitty cats, squirrels, and raccoons. I really don't want to hear you saying anything about any of the other women, other than, do you want to adopt a dog, or would you like to donate money to rescue a pet, or whatever. So no, I don't buy that narrative. Okay, so then we see Lyric, that's Tam Tam's daughter, and Jackie, no, at Reggie's place. It's not Jackie, it must be Tam Tam at Reggie's place. And Lyric and Reggie's relationship is tense, we realize. Now, until the last episode, in my mind, Lyric and Jazz, I know they were two different girls, but in my mind, it was like Lyric and Jazz. So I just assumed that they both felt the same way, and I can't even tell them apart. I might be able to now, just because, you know, they separated them out, but somehow I had kind of missed them as distinct human beings, and they not even twins. Isn't that weird? But anyway, Lyric and Reggie's relationship is tense, and Tam Tam is in the middle. And she talking and stuff, and it's kind of like, well, hold up, as she's talking, because she say that both of you gonna be babysitting. And I'm like, isn't Reggie, if y'all have a child, Reggie is going to be a parenting father, which is not, you don't, when you're a parent, you don't babysit. You know, a babysitter is somebody you hire or somebody who volunteers to watch your child temporarily, but they're only, you know, a babysitter is not a parent. And that's a whole different category from your babysitting sister. Your sisters might be babysitting, you know, their little sibling. That's a whole different category. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I was just kind of like surprised to hear somebody saying that. A woman too. Because I have heard men say, oh, I have to babysit my children. And that's very confusing to me. I don't understand it. Okay. Reggie and Lyric are going to do something together. They agree to try to come together and bridge the gap and bond and everything. So then we're in Jackie's car. She's driving along and Sania calls. Jackie, you know, puts her on speakerphone. She apologizes to Sania. And Sania is like, you know, I really didn't like hearing that you called me a liability. And Jackie is like, I don't remember saying that, but we were all drinking, so I'm gonna go on ahead and apologize, which I think is very reasonable and realistic. Sania is like, you know, Ev invited me out for drinks with her and Kristen, and she was calling you fake and saying our relationship was fake. And Jackie is like, what the F is Ev doing getting in my business? Next time I see Ev, I don't think that things are going to be good at all. Okay, so then we see Shawnee with her mom and her sister, and they're drinking tea, talking about diabetes and the dad. And I was like, oh, I hope that they're drinking a good quality, unsweetened, but very flavorful, but not with artificial flavoring or natural flavorings. Like a good herbal tea that has a punch in it. You know, something healthy and wholesome and cleansing your body. But oh, no, because the mama, what's the mama's name? Sweetie? No. What's Dear? Because Dear and the sister are like, it's too sweet. No, Shawnee, no. I found out a few years ago, or whenever I read Sugar Blues, that they used to call diabetes sugar diabetes. Now, I didn't grow up knowing that. My mother has heard that expression, but sugar diabetes, there's a connection. Leave that sugar alone, girl. It runs in your family. All of us, we need to eat less sugar, drink more water, eat less sugar, eat more whole fruits and vegetables. Okay, I'm gonna get off my lecture, my soapbox now. The lecture is over. So anyway, Dear is going to get a checkup. Dear that's her mama's name, Shawnee's mama, what they call Shawnee's mama. And she says she has a doctor. Shawnee seems to doubt that, says she doesn't go to the doctor. Okay. So then we see Melee and Brandy, and they're at a fencing spot, and they're joined by Jackie. And Jackie tells them about the conversation with Sania. And say how they said that she went after BJ because she's the weakest. Do they mean because she's the whitest? Okay, so then we say Malaysia says, well, Tammy is the guard dog and Ev and Shawnee are the brains. And let's not tear down other women. Okay, so then we're at the escape room. This is the bonding event with Tam Tam, Tam Tam's family. So it's for Lyric and Reggie to bond, but Tam Tam is there too. And they're this, you know, so they escaped. They went to the escape room and they escaped and everything. They figured it out. And at first I was like, I thought they escaped. And I was like, did they escape? Because it was a dead body. But then they got the bag. They secured the bag. They secured the bag, y'all. And I was wondering how quick they got out, because they had an hour to get out. But you know, on TV, you know, TV time, I was like, did they get out in 5 minutes? Did they get out in 45 minutes? Did they get out in 20 minutes? Did they get out in 55 minutes? I don't know, but they did get out. I'm sure y'all were wondering. They not still locked up in the escape room. Then we see Shawnee, BJ, Evelyn, Tam Tam, and Evelyn is like, she was warned about Jackie, and BJ is like, I don't even want to be around her. And then Ev invites them all to her event, and she says that she is not going to personally call and invite Jackie to the event. And Shawnee and Tam Tam are like, it's better to just invite her so that she doesn't stalk us or think that we don't like her. that's some production show bullshit. Because in real life, if I'm afraid of somebody, I'm not gonna be dealing with that person if I'm afraid they're gonna stalk me or that's some bull. Anyway, okay, Shawnee is like, I'll invite her, how about that? And then she calls and puts Jackie on speakerphone, and Jackie is like, she needs to call me herself so she don't get amnesia about inviting me. And then Shawnee is like, she knows I'm inviting you, let's just all unite. And Jackie's like, oh, okay. And then in the green screen, Evelyn is like, I'm so annoyed that Jackie is coming, but what she will not do is try me or it's lights out. Okay, so then we're at the photo reveal event. This is the event we've been, every episode there's an event. So this is our event. Evelyn and her daughter took some pictures for some magazine or something, I don't know, but they have it's some really cute shots. It's some nice shots. I don't know, Photog magazine, but anyway, I think there's some really, from what I could see, some of those images were some really nice quality images. And then we see a voiceover as Jackie is walking in. We see Jackie walking in and we hear a voiceover. And Jackie says, I may be walking into the lion's den, but what they need to know is that I am the lion. She don't growl or anything, but she might as well. And then she says hi, and it's edited like they all just look at her, but then they do speak. And then Sania comes in. Then Jackie says to Evelyn, I heard you said something, and let's just talk to me directly. If you got an issue with me, talk to me directly. And Ev is like, well, why don't you talk to BJ? And Jackie's like, I'm gonna talk to BJ, but I'm talking to you about the issue that you have with me. And then Evelyn is like, well, I just want to know why you attacked BJ, which is actually not what she said. That ain't been her only concern. She's expressed that she feels in general that Jackie is messy, and that's just one example. That's the impression I got. And Jackie is like, I didn't try to attack her. I was upset with her. I defended myself against the backstabber that betrayed my friendship. Period. Point blank. And then BJ is like, you won't admit it. That makes me wonder about your character. And then Sania is like, BJ, you are bugging. And then Ev is like, you came at BJ crazy. You are the fakest. I don't need a moment. Security! And then Jackie is like, the queen is leaving. And then when Jackie is leaving, she's strutting out like she's on the church basement runway, and she's like, Evelyn needs a minute. I don't know what else she was saying, but it was very odd, but in a funny sort of way, but it was odd. And then Evelyn is like, I'm not talking to her. Who calls someone a bitch in front of their daughter? And then the rest of the group struts out, and they're mimicking and mocking Jackie's words and movements. So they're like all strutting out and saying, security, I need a moment, or whatever. And that's the end of the episode. So I mean, I guess if you sign up to be the crazy scapegoat person, you shouldn't be shocked or surprised when people treat you like you crazy and they scapegoat you. And I don't know. It just kind of made me feel a little uncomfortable. I don't know why, but I'll probably be over it before I get from the car to the house. So it's not like a deep down discomfort, because I'll probably watch next week, because I can't remember what was in the previews, but I was like, oh. But I'm just sending love out to all of us. Today is the best day ever, of course, and you know what I want you to do, right? I want you to be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous, you boo. Bye.